Jonathan Lee Riches Investigates. I am covering the Carlee Russell case. The Attorney General of Alabama just spoke today, and he shared some insight about the Carlee Russell case. I'm going to share this clip. He speaks, says some interesting things. Check it out.
Let's bring in Alabama Attorney General Steve Marshall. Mr. Attorney General, thanks for being with us this morning. What do you do with that admission?
Well, the admission itself just demonstrates what law enforcement knew very quickly, and that is that Carlee Russell had lied and that there was no infant, that there was no abduction. But now, with a criminal prosecution, it's our obligation to be able to prove that, and I think our team's prepared to be able to do it.
Help us understand. I think we can somewhat intuitively, but maybe more concretely with specifics, understand the cost of one of these hoaxes. What does it mean for law enforcement? What does it mean for the state, for the taxpayers, when you divert resources to something that amounts to a hoax?
Yeah, I think there's actual cost and there's societal cost, and this is not a victimless crime. Clearly, the city of Hoover, through their police department, as well as surrounding law enforcement agencies, expended significant resources to try to make sure that we could locate not only Carlee Russell, but don't forget the allegation involved an infant on the side of a busy highway. And so we put significant resources in being able to try to find both. Now, obviously, we know that that was a false allegation, and it's our intention and through this criminal prosecution to make sure that we recover that restitution, but also understand the impact on society. You had countless individuals come out late, early, in the heat in Alabama looking for both of these individuals. And one thing that I don't want to see from this is people become jaded in their response to times where their help is necessary.
Yeah, it's such a great point. Although it's not, the specific cost is not analogous. You just, like, you can see, I like you bringing up the societal cost. So, obviously, with Jussie Smollett, which was also a hoax, we saw the societal cost and what it does to race relations in the United States of America and that type of situation. Here you're talking about you're going to cut down on Good Samaritans if they're skeptical of the need or the reality of one of these claims. And it shows a real cost beyond the obvious. Lastly, what is the potential punishment or accountability for Carlee Russell?
Yeah, in Alabama, both the charges in which have been levied thus far are misdemeanors, but let's make it clear, this investigation is not over. Not only do we want to continue to figure out what took place during that 49-hour period, which right now there is a gap, but also we want to know who else may have been involved and who helped perpetuate this fraud.
But the criminal charges for her, what does that potentially carry?
Yeah, both of those are misdemeanors with a maximum sentence of a year in jail.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll see if that type of deterrent can keep that type of cost, as you laid out, from being something we see repeated in the future. Attorney General Marshall, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.
The Attorney General said, we want to know who else perpetuated this fraud. Interesting. Is he going to bring up fraud charges on Carlee Russell and maybe others? Still an investigation. The Attorney General does not know where Carlee Russell to this day was for those 49 hours, but is investigating to see if others are involved. Right now, Carlee Russell is facing 2 misdemeanor charges. She faces a year in jail, but it looks like they're building a case. And if there's others, are we talking about fraud, conspiracy, something bigger with more and bigger charges? We got to basically keep watching this because I don't think this is over at all. Prosecutor there, he's the Attorney General. They'll be prosecuting the case. But I have a feeling there's going to be more to this. What do you think? Or do you think Carlee's just going to get a slap on the wrist? That's it. Or get that year in jail on those misdemeanors and only misdemeanors only. He's talking about societal costs and whatnot. People out there in the heat and everyone looking around for Carlee. Got to be some level of deterrence here, but covering this case, and it's good to hear from the Attorney General. He was talking on Fox and Friends. Subscribe to my channel, hit the notification button. Let me know what you think about what the Attorney General said. My bet, if I was a betting man, knowing that the top law enforcement dog in that state is investigating the case, I think more charges are coming. Not just with Carlee, but with others. Who could that be? Her parents? Brother? Brother's girlfriend? Others? Remains to be seen. Stay tuned.